Hi, in this video I'd like to discuss about installing Java JDK or Java Development Kit on your computer running Windows operating system. In order to be able to run Android Studio, Java JDK will have to be available on your system. It's important to notice that Android Studio requires Java JDK to be installed and not Java Runtime Environment or Java JRA. I'll start by opening a browser and search for Java JDK download on Google. If we open the first results of the search page, this will take us to the Oracle's website. Java is developed by Oracle. There are several versions available for Linux, Mac OS, and Windows. The latest version of Java JDK at this time is Java version 8 Update 40. If you're running Windows like I do in this video, you will have two options available when installing Java JDK, a 32-bit or a 64-bit installer. In order to see which one do you need to install, you will have to check what type of operating system you are running, either a 32 or 64-bit one. For that, I will open the Start menu and will right-click on this PC. Next we select Properties, and from the system window that appears, I can see that I'm running a 64-bit operating system. So back to the Java JDK download page, I will choose to download the 64-bit Java JDK installer. In case you're running a 32-bit operating system, you will need to download the 32-bit Java installer. I will accept the license agreement and then we click on the Windows 64-bit download. As soon as the download has completed, we will perform the Java installation on our system. This is a straightforward process. You'll have the option to change the default path for Java JDK installation, but I will stick to the default options here. As soon as the installation is completed, there is one last step that we need to perform on Windows before being able to run the Java command from any location of our system. That is to add two variables to our system environment. Again, we'll open the Start menu and we'll right-click on this computer. Then we select Properties, then Advanced System Settings, and finally Environment Variables. We need to add a new variable called Java Home with capital letters separated by underscore and add the Java installation path to our system path variable. In my case, the Java Home variable is already defined because I have used Java previously, but in case it's not available on your system, you will need to add it by clicking the New button. In my case, I will double click it in order to edit its content. As I specified earlier, the name of the variable should be Java underscore home with capital letters. The value of the variable should point to the path that you used when you installed Java JDK earlier. As I used Java JDK earlier on my computer, this path points to the Java JDK version 8 update 25. I will need to update this path with the latest version of Java, the one that I installed earlier. For that, I will open a new Windows Explorer application and will browse to the location that contains my Java JDK installation. I used the default location for that, and that location is C, Program Files, Java, and inside this folder you can see that I have several versions of Java available. There are both Java JRA, which stands for Java Runtime Environment, and Java JDK available. I will open my latest Java JDK installation folder, which is JDK 1.8.0_40, and will copy this path from Windows Explorer. Back to my system variable window, I will paste the newly copied path in the variable value field by overwriting the old value. Now my Java Home variable points to the latest version of Java JDK. The other variable that we need to edit is called path with capital P. This variable already contains some values, so be careful not to delete those. This variable will hold our Java application folder or the bin folder for our Java JDK installation. So back to the Windows Explorer window, I will open the bin folder and again will copy the path. In my system variable window, we'll need to add this path to the end of the available content separated by a semicolon. Okay, we're done with the system variable settings, so we will now be able to try our new Java commands. You can perform this step before actually installing Java on your system in order to check if Java is already available. It's important to notice the difference between Java JRA or Java Runtime Environment and Java JDK here. As Java Runtime Environment could be already installed in your system, you will need to make sure that Java JDK is already present before installing Android Studio. Also, you will need to make sure that both environment variables are set up correctly. Now, in order to test our Java JDK installation, I will open a new command prompt window by selecting the Start menu and typing cmd, which stands for command. In this window, I will type Java separated by space and then dash or minus sign, followed by the version keyword. If you receive a response that Java is not recognized as an internal or external command, operable program or batch file, this means that Java is not available on your system and you should proceed with the installation steps described in this lecture. In my case, I get a response that Java version 1.8.0_40 is available, which is the version that I installed earlier. And the last thing that you need to check is the availability of Java compiler in your system. This will make sure that you will be able to compile the Java code that you are using to develop Android applications. We can check that by typing Java, followed by the letter C, then space, and again dash version. This time you should receive the same response as earlier, as the Java 1.8.0_40 is available on your system. If you installed Java JDK successfully but are unable to check its presence by typing these two commands, make sure that both system environment variables, Java home and path, are correctly set. And this concludes the lecture on how to install Java JDK on your Windows development system. Thanks for watching and see you soon.